Also, why don't you just start introducing yourself and tell us like who you are and kind of where you're at, where do you live?
Yeah, the whole 411. Okay. Yeah, so I'm Marwyn, August student for BHC, to become a health coach, life coach program at Health Coach Institute. So I am in Atlanta, Georgia, originally from Jamaica, and I've been here about like 9, 10 years now. I'm in Atlanta science and stuff like that. I have a few degrees in computer science field and bunch of certifications, maybe about 5 certifications and counting. Um, so yeah, I'm pretty busy most of the time. Work full time. Go to school as a cyber specialist student. I work in incident management currently. Um, and yeah, I do health coaching, life coaching classes. During the time I'm going to school and I'm working. So schedule is usually typically full.
Wow. I thought I was busy, but
Yeah.
that's awesome. Why don't you tell me and tell us where, like, how you found BHC and become a health coach and why you wanted to do this?
Yeah, so I always wanted to be a doctor back home when I was in Jamaica. We never really had the resources, the money, and the stuff to kind of like pursue me going to medical school. So I kind of just like pushed that to the side for a few years, and I went into IT, which was easier for me, and it was also kind of like a second love or second favorite. And I started to study IT. So what happened was that even though I was like studying information technology and it was a fulfilling career and everything is like awesome with it. I don't really have any complaints. Um, it wasn't really like making an impact on people or an impact on the world per se. So I've always had this thing inside of me where I always wanted to kind of like help people or coach people or heal people in some way. And that's why I wanted to become a doctor. And like that feeling never left. So it stayed with me for years, wanted to do more. How can I help more people? How can I impact the community, right? And IT wasn't giving me that feeling on the inside that I'm doing something for, the community or for the humanity. So what happened was I kind of had a wake up call to kind of like put me into the direction of, okay, like you need to try to find where you belong. And that wake up call came about 2 years after coming to America. And what started happening to me, I think there was just this dramatic shift in lifestyle based on how many hours I was working versus sleeping, a high stress lifestyle, high pace, always on the go, the eating foods that my body has never been used to like absorbing, right? All my life, coming from an island, and my health just took a spiral and went down. So I started to have all these weird like autoimmune conditions happening, kind of like fibromyalgia, like chronic pain, chronic fatigue, that sort of stuff. And the symptoms they were just out of control to the point where I almost got crippled last year summer. I got up one day and I could barely walk, and it lasted for about 2, 3 days. Um, and that's when it was getting really bad. Overweight, over 25 symptoms and counting, no end to the pain in sight. And that's when I decided that, okay, well, I'm gonna beat this thing. There's no way I'm just gonna give up and just go for the ride and take medication and stuff like that. I'm not gonna do it. So I refused all medication for 7 years to treat it, and I decided that I'm gonna beat it on my own. And when I do beat it, or when I kind of like get to the position where I can stand on my 2 feet again and live a normal life again, I'm going to try to help others. And so I started like Googling different things in the healthcare industry, um, something that I could study and graphs easily and apply it immediately to start helping people. And so health coaching came up. And so I was like, okay, who's a health coach? I've never really heard of a health
Mm.
coach before. So I started like researching more like, what is a health coach? What is the health coach industry? What do they do? And during that research, like Health Coach Institute popped up, of course, at the top of the list. And I clicked on the school, and immediately I just had like a connection with the school. The energy was right. I just had a feeling of like, peace, like, okay, like this seems like home, this seems like a community that I wanted to be a part of. You immediately felt like that connection or the love from the community. And then they had like the 72-hour free access to try it out for a few days, and I was excited throughout the whole 72-hour process. I was just like, wow, like I really want to do this. But the funny thing is I never signed up immediately. It took me like, it was not until like another 7 to 9 months the following year that I signed up and I decided to pursue coaching. So yeah, that's how I found out about the school.
That's amazing. Like, you have such an amazing journey, and like, I don't know, I feel like the more people I get to know, the more like the stories are similar, where we've all had health problems and we all like, have seen in our lives where by just trying to fix our body and
Yeah,
trying to heal our own body, that we naturally are drawn to this new line of profession, because we see the
yeah,
value in healing our body, and so we want to help others heal their body. That's amazing.
yeah. That's true.
So what is your favorite part so far of BHC?
My favorite parts. Oh wow, like I don't even I don't even think I have a favorite part. Like I really maybe my favorite part would be HCI Live. If I had to choose, it would be HCI Live. Because with HCI Live, it's an online institute, so you don't really get to connect with people unless we're doing this, right? Live calls and
Right.
phone calls and stuff with other students. We're chatting on Facebook, so it's all digital. But HCI Live, you actually get to meet the people that are that you see every day on in your community on like Facebook. You see them posting, like that to me was just like the best thing ever. And you can see on my face like I'm still excited just thinking about it, because it's like I see you guys all the time. Like you guys are like posting stuff, and you see the names. Sometimes you don't always pay attention to the posting, but you see the profile picture and you see the names go by in your timeline. And then you go to HCI Live and someone walks beside you. I was like, yo, I know that person. I was like going up to everyone knew me at HCI Live because I was this crazy guy running up to everyone, and I was just like, yo, I know you. Like I've been seeing you posting all the time. Like I like your posting, you know, which is so cool. And then people would run up to me too as well. Like so many people and be like, oh, like I know you're the guy with that mask on the profile photograph. And I was like, yeah, that's me. It's exciting to meet people in person. To see you get to connect with the energy, you get to hug people, shake hands. And that was the favorite part about me. And of course, the program lineup at HCI Live, of course, is amazing. You you learn something in every session, and it transforms you, it changes you, and the energy is man, the energy is very powerful. It's a very healing type of energy for 3 days, you know,
Mhm.
and it,
Yeah.
it really just changes your world. Like you don't even want to like come back home after the entire event. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I have to agree. HCI Live was pretty phenomenal. Like, I didn't know what to expect when you go there, and then you start,
Yeah,
you on Facebook there are like these little tiny pencil sized pictures, and then you eventually get to see these people in real
yeah.
life, and you start connecting with them, and you realize what an amazing community that you're connected to, because and the thing about what I love is that there's so many people from different backgrounds, religions, all of this, and we're all in one room, and we're all being united by one thing, and that's our health. But it was amazing for me to be able to share, my story, my testimony, my love for the Lord, and be able to resonate with almost everyone in the room, regardless of where people were at. That was kind of one of the most amazing things for me, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, especially seeing all the people. There were a lot of people that came in from outside of the country. There's a lot of people from Canada and
Yeah.
from London, England, and all these places. It was just really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are your future plans, Marwyn? What are you going to do? What's your vision?
That's my vision. Right now, short term, I need to finish these classes. I need to get these classes done. So I'm trying to stay on point with these classes. Like, I do my as soon as the class gets released, I don't do like 2, 3 days, 4 days. I don't break it up. I sit down once for like
Yeah,
an
me
hour and a
too.
half,
Me
two
too.
hours, and I just wipe it out, right?
Yeah.
So as I was saying earlier, I took 6 to 8 weeks off and just didn't do any classes or anything because I've just been trying to like rest and play a lot of video games, watch TV, and just like
Yeah.
enjoy my life.
Yeah.
And now I'm back into it. I'm caught up. I'm on my final pillar, which is great. Like I'm on pillar 3, and I maybe only have like three or four skills labs left to do, and that's it. I already have 2 practice clients
That's awesome.
working with, so that's good. And all my OTRs are for certification are probably already close to being done. Probably just need 2 more persons, and that's it.
Hmm.
So the goal is right now is just this in the next 6 weeks to finish the entire program based on labs, OTRs, and classes, and then 6 more weeks to finish the the actual certification because I have to still finish up with my practice clients.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the end of March. I'll be totally done with everything, and be certified. So that's the main goal right now. And outside of my practice clients, I have an additional 3 clients that are in the process of signing up right now as paying clients separately from
Hmm.
my practice clients. So my schedule is getting pretty crazy, keep trying to keep up with all these clients because I didn't even there was no I wasn't advertising anything. I wasn't promoting anything or marketing anything because I really don't have the time. I'm a student and I'm working, and so people have been coming to me, and that's where now I'm just like I have all these clients. So I'm probably gonna have to kind of like start shutting things down a bit because I don't think I can take anyone else on at the time because I don't have the schedule to fit appointments in right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I need to focus on finishing. When I finish, I would have a little bit more time to just schedule in new clients, and then long-term goal is to continue to build a community of coaches, and healthcare professionals.
Hmm.
That's what I want to work on, and that's a blueprint that extends for the next 10 years. It's a huge community that I'm looking into taking part of, and I have a lot of brands, you know, already interested in being a part of that community. And as the year
Awesome.
goes by, I would say about Q2 of this year, sometime in the summer, because I'm going to be very quiet for the first part of this year. And as the second part of the year starts, you're going to see a lot of content being released, for all of these YouTube shows that we're going to be filming and working on. So we have already written at least 2 seasons of shows, and we're going to go into filming and production in between February and March for these shows.
Wow. So you're starting a YouTube channel, or is
Yeah.
it already been started?
Yeah, we're starting a YouTube channel. It's already been started, but nothing won't be we won't release anything to the public until Q2 of this year. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, and then the podcast is the same as well. The podcast is going to be launched before the actual YouTube series. So the podcast you're looking at somewhere between March or April because we're going to use the podcast as a foundation to kind of like promote the shows that are coming for Q2 for the YouTube
Okay.
station. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you're starting a podcast. You are starting a YouTube channel. And you're going to be taking on clients. So when are you quitting your full-time job?
I'm not sure as yet. I'm still thinking about that. You know, I'm I'm not sure. I'll just take it like I'll just take baby steps and see where it goes. Um, there's a lot of things that I think about like that too. You know, like when am I gonna go coaching full time? You know, but I've gotten to the point in my life where I realize that there's just like so many things that in life that it's like it's really hard to answer, and it's really hard to say like this is what I'm gonna do or this is where I'm gonna be. And so I've learned to kind of like let go and let it flow.
Sure.
So I make plans for the future and I write things down. I say, hey, I would like for this to happen or this is my goal. And then I just stop thinking about it. I just wake up every day and I don't think about it and I just live in that day. What do I have to do this day or what do I have to do this week? Anything after Friday or anything after Saturday of the week that I'm living in, I don't think about. Like it doesn't even exist until that week starts. And so when I live like that, I have a lot less stress and anxiety, and I tend to be a lot happier. And people are seeing me like this energy that I have all the time, and that's why because I just don't live in the future anymore. I used to think about it all the time, but now it's just I just plan and say, whatever happens, happens. So I do want to do coaching full time. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that, and I don't want to set any dates or any goals
Sure.
towards doing it. I'm just going to say, hey, let's see what happens this year. Maybe when you
Yeah.
talk to me again by the end of summer, I can say, yo, well, I'm actually going to go full time in the next 3 months.
Wow.
So,
Mhm.
right now I'm just going to just go with it and see.
Okay, so Marin, tell me what kind of clients, like who's your ideal client?
My ideal clients. Ooh, so if I should have an ideal client, it would probably be someone that has been through a similar experience that I've been through, with a type of autoimmune disorders. I remember we ending off pillar two. I think it's the final week in pillar two. We are talking about different types of clients, right?
Yeah.
And I think the third or the fourth type of client was the client that they've come to you and they're like, "Yo, I've tried everything, right?
Hmm.
I've tried
Hmm.
everything. I've exhausted everything, and I can't seem to get any results, right? So now I'm to the point where it's like I will try anything, or I'm about to just like give up. So that's my ideal client because I can relate to those types of clients because I've struggled 7 years with something that can't even be explained by doctors in 2020.
Right.
So being able to live that life where it's like I've gone to so many doctors and so many coaches and people and be like, yo, I've tried everything and nothing's working, then that's my ideal client because I know how they're feeling, right? I can put myself on their map easily. Like I don't have to pretend. Like it just comes naturally because it's just like, oh yeah, I've lived that for 7 years and I'm actually still living it right now. Um, and I'm able to coach them through similar steps that I've taken in the past in order to get to where I am now. And so it makes the coaching experience, especially as a beginner coach, a lot easier. And it makes like I'm a lot more confident in what I'm doing and what I'm saying because I've lived it. So
Yeah.
that would be my ideal client, someone who's tried everything and they're about to give up or they're ready to try anything.
Got it. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there nowadays that, especially, my ideal client are going to be chronic migraine and chronic headaches. And most of the time they've tried everything. They've done everything they possibly can. And, new medications are being, coming out on the market all the time. And sitting they're not even being tested for longer than 6 months. So they don't even know if it's actually going to help. They don't even know really what all the side effects are. They don't know anything. And so it's kind of we're in a scary time because these drugs that are being released can do more harm than actually good because they're kind of just becoming a band-aid. And, I feel like, as Carrie and Stacy were talking at HCI Live, the only way to make an impact on your community is to start with health, because our healthcare system is failing us, and we have to be able to help these people. And because if we don't help them, who's going to help them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where can people find you?
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram. Those are two main things right now.
Okay, so
That I have.
tell them where they can find you on Facebook and Instagram. Like if they just go to Facebook and Instagram, and what do they search? What do they look up?
So you go to Instagram, just type in next level unlocked. That's my username on Instagram, and that would pull everything up for me. So that's next level unlocked. And on Facebook, you just either use my brand name or my personal name, Marwyn Allen. Once you type in Marwyn Allen, my Facebook pages will pop up. Or if you just type in All Star Holistics, which is the name of the community that I'm building, you would have about 5 different pages that would pop up with All Star Holistics, and you can connect with me through any.
Awesome. Well, Marwyn, do you have anything left to say to Facebook land before we sign off?
Facebook land. Um, just shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I hope everybody has a blessed and happy day, and also a blessed and happy week. Looking forward to doing a lot more of these like live shows and live videos more often, and to connect more with people, and to learn a lot more from what everyone has to offer. You know, as a coach, I'm still learning and I'm still growing, and I never pretend like I know it all, or I just found this information that puts me in a whole another level that no one else can get to. I believe that I learned everything that I am right now, or where I've been. It's because of everyday regular people, like the people watching this video that are posting stuff on your walls every day, who are not even coaches, and I'm learning from them. So I'm grateful for everyone in this world that I have shared an experience with, whether it's a virtual experience or physical experience, because they have been helping me to heal, to grow, and to become better and to make an impact. So just shout out to everyone. It's going to be an exciting year, a lot of things to come. I have 3 books releasing this year. The podcast is coming, the YouTube show is coming, and the community is growing stronger. So just stay tuned.
Wow, I didn't know about the books. Man, that was kind of like, whoa.
Oh yeah, yeah. The books are, yeah. I've just been on the low with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty much done. So they're
Okay.
edited and everything. So they're just ready to be published. Yeah.
So pretty much, Marwyn, you're going to be like, the next Tony Robbins.
Oh man, I'm gonna be better than Tony Robbins. He's gonna have to come to me for advice.
All right, I
Yeah.
want your autograph whenever that happens. Or maybe invite me on your stage. I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. You'll definitely be on the stage, and we get everything started.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me this morning, Marwyn.
Yep.
And thank you for sharing your journey, and thank you for sharing your heart and your spirit. And anyone who wants to connect with Marwyn can comment below. They can private message him. I'm going to tag him so that way you'll have his info. You want to private message him. I just want to thank everyone out there in Facebook land that has watched this so far. I have not been able to get on to see who has watched it, but thank you. And for those that will watch this after it's been recorded, thank you for joining. And if you have any questions or comments for either one of us, go ahead and comment below. We will message you back. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I just stopped the recording, so we're good to go. Thank you for joining me, Marwyn.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.